have recording started. Hey everybody, Rebellion here, and welcome back to
Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk.
Yeah! This might be the last stream of this game. I don't know if I'm happy or sad about that. But we're streaming this game live on Friday the 30th of November, and if you weren't here, you missed out on probably the end of it. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm gonna try at least. So let's get into it real quick, and I'll tell you some stories right here. First thing is, I'm streaming on new internet. Woo! And to actually show that point right here, wrong one. You'll see that explanation's coming back later. This one right here. That's my internet now. Woo! Back to what I was getting before. Alright, now, first off is the story about the save files. If you'll notice, this was the save that we started on yesterday, and this is not where we left off. I accidentally saved over what we had done when I was grinding, so I'm like, oh shit. But it's not by much. This is only about 15-20 minutes into the save, so that's not too bad. Here's another save I made because I fucked up. I accidentally found the next antechamber, and instead of pressing X to go into it, if you press forward to, because you notice in the other labyrinth, like in the main game, when you press forward to something, it will ask if you want to interact with it. Like if you press this, if you go into the stair, they'll be like, do you want to go into it? Or if you go into the but an antechamber in the regular labyrinth, you press forward into it, you'll sort of bump into it, like, do you want to enter? Or do you want to leave? It will not exactly activate it. It will just sort of show what the tile is, and I wanted to do that. Not knowing that it was going to advance the fucking story. So we're going to have to go on back to that in a little bit. And then this is actually where we are. So let's quickly go here. Just so I can read the story of this. Or the story will be read to me, because I actually skipped it on purpose, so I don't know anything about it.
Allow me to continue this story.
Not looking at anything just yet, just... I think it was... 3? I think it was it. Yep. Press forward and you get it.
The second antechamber. We finally found it! I can't tell you how happy I am you're here. I'm really glad Neldo and Newton found you. Oh, I never told you about my power to move time. I've had this power ever since I was a little girl, but I never knew how to trigger it at will. So whenever I used it, I never knew how far back I would go. At first, this power didn't seem like something that could bring hope. But everything changed after Great Sage Newton made his prophecy. The key to victory has been discovered, a name. We didn't know what the name meant. Was it a person? A place? A thing? No one had any idea. As the battle intensified, some gave up, others ran away, and some killed themselves rather than live with the horror. Our witch brigade was composed of the strongest witches from all over the world. But now, they're all gone. Neldo and Newton never gave up, though. They allowed their souls to be sent to the past so they could obtain the source of the name mentioned in the prophecy. Not long after, I used my ability to sense wandering souls and discovered that your name is the true name of the Tractatus de Monstrum. Though that book no longer exists in this world, learning its true name allowed me to make an important discovery. The Keystone Antechambers. They're the crux of everything. We discovered one of these antechambers during our second attack on Velkavrana. It appeared to be an ordinary room, but for some reason, Velkavrana had stationed an avatar there. In hindsight, I think she was testing whether we knew the secret of the antechamber, and if we were capable of activating it. I used every means at my disposal to research it, but I couldn't find any new leads. And every time we discovered an antechamber, it would shift deeper into the labyrinth. But when I learned that you were the true name of the Tractatus de Monstrum, that's when everything finally made sense. This antechamber was created by Baba Yaga, and it has transformed along with her. Now it's her weak point. She created the Tractatus de Monstrum to connect the antechambers. By being in this room, you can connect them too. You're the key to activating the antechambers, and creating the disruption within Velkavrana that will destroy the ward. Now Trakti, let's activate it. With this soul that has witnessed the worlds beyond, I bind this twisted dimension. All right! Great job! Let's keep moving.
Every now and then I do wish I'd selected the name Baba. Not even joking, I sometimes wish I did. Alright, with that done, let's go back to the title because I saved beyond this after some grinding was done.
Labyrinth of Refrain.
Some
Coven of
intense,
Dusk.
long grinding was done because fucking hell, if you look at that, that is almost 10 hours of grinding because fucking hell!
I've been waiting for you. Now then, allow me to continue this story.
You're not kind of wrong, Krona. We're not done with that yet. Let's show off some stuff right here. Here's Bob. Bob has a slow clarity 664. Bob did not get reincarnated into other things because I forgot that those things existed for a while. And yes, he hits relatively hard. He's lucky too, actually. Didn't know about that. And that HP is... ooh, nice. As long as he doesn't get gored. Next we have Mai. Mai is soul clarity 83. Because Mai was one of the last ones to be grinded. Because I was still doing the symbiote grinding. Kill me on the inside, please. This is before I went to do the other stuff and I discovered that I got the heaps of, or not the heaps, but more experience when I started doing that. But, oh man. She went on a wild ride. If you notice, she has fuck all for elemental and stuff stat, and elemental and sort of damage stats. If she's hit, she is kind of dead. That's the thing though. If she gets hit. As I had the chance to actually reincarnate her, I got the bright idea of like, you're gonna be weaker than glass. I need to find a way to make sure that you don't get hit. And that she was one of the last ones left over, I said, let me take some time on it. So, we got her some stuff. The healing time and these things, mandatory, whatever. Bell Mastery. We gave her Slippery, so that way she gets plus 20% of void stat. Fancy Footwork, so that way she gets more damage every single time she avoids something. Tenacious Speed to give her Agility, which is Act and Avoid. Tenacious Fingers to improve Dex to improve your hitting crits. Dual Blade Expert, so you can have two bells, one in each hand, and play around. Anti-Donum Heresy, just because she kind of doesn't do anything. Like, she'll never really use DP, so just deal more damage. Swiftness to increase your action speed. Heroic Stance to get you 50 crits. And Tenacious Charm to give you more charm. This kind of does coalesce into she has rarely gotten hit. Like, rarely gotten hit. It's kind of amazing. I kind of wish I'd gotten the chance to reincarnate her one more time, but Jesus fuck. Look at the experience needed. That shit is so much. Salamander's next. 63. Doing good, honestly, all considered being a moon stance and such. Like think about that, actually. Moon stance, 6,000 HP. You should have 10 grand. But no, we want to get you the maximum number of magic attack, which is actually spectacularly good. Next melody. This fucking tank. Look at this shit. 5 grand defense and 14,000 HP. She gets all the headbats. And she's lucky too. Lania Void, I remember her being I didn't really get to do much with her, and I probably should have changed her away from double flat into the double sharp at some point in the leveling process, but I forgot. Genuinely. So, this is her now, and I don't want to reincarnate her again because it takes so long to level up. Dronya, kind of the third one that we got just so that we could have a mage for it, but she's doing all right, funny enough. That 4,000 DMP is pretty good. Her Despair is matching her main story counterpart, so... Sachiko. Now this thing, the first thing you should notice is that attack stat. Jesus fuck, that attack stat. It was gotten because when I was grinding, I got a single fucking weapon that I thought, that's pretty good. It is a beastly lance. It was at 2,000 something, and then I fed more into it. It became this thing. 3,000 attack on her, which is only possible to reach 999 because of one other thing. Give it to me, Angelo? No, you wanted to dual wield. So you're dual wielding other things. So Sorel is also kind of the evolved harem master, if you want to call him that. His rapport is pretty well off right now. Zappy also turned into a new portrait and is infatuated and affectionate stuff like this. Though their relationship seems to have fallen a bit. They're no longer actually both in love with each other. Also, dual wielding crossbows. No matter, even if you never proc double salvo yet, you kind of can, I guess, maybe? Possibly at some points. Papa. Almost as tanky as Melody. Almost. Has more defense though, so that. And theoretically, should not get hit by any status effects. Hopefully. Angelo, here you are. Again, you wanted to dual wield, so I got you the dual wielding stuff. You're probably one of, if not the most frail unit on our team. But because of what's it called, stubbornness, you actually are a bit more than that, funny enough. Your luck is still to spare, though. Iceberg, again, incredibly tanky. 5,600 defense, that much HP. It will take gore hits to start knocking you down relatively quickly, or the game to start being more bullshit than it really is. Loth is still here. Loth, we didn't get really any guidance on what they want it to be, so just kind of put her as that. Her equipments are still pretty damn good, though, for the 100 Princess swords. Mizuki, the original mage, technically has more magic power than all of the others, surprisingly. Then Zappy. Still to spare. Actually, she's also more frail than Angelo, now that I look at it, but... And that standard stance, Jesus, fuck, that's not looking good, but... At least you hit strong, right? You hit hard, right? Yeah, there's that. Then Jamie, our first ever Hammer Girl. She is actually very tanky at 10,000 HP. Defensive stats could be a bit better. She's very prone to getting hit by some sort of stat of some kind. But her attack is fucking great, man. Like, that's good. Then you don't know who this is. So let's not look at that. Now let's go to the brigade formation so I can show you what I was doing. Here's what everything looks like right now. Explanation. The Tracty pack, I don't know where I got it actually. I just kept on finding them, so I said, alright, I'm using it. After I saw what it gave me. It just gave everyone 75 stats. And that is why Sachiko can reach the height of 9999. All of you guys can. Literally only the Charmer pack's locked there because like that. And Mezaluka, just for that. I did get another pack that I kind of wanted to use a side Charmer. It was, also, so you can see everything I've been doing right now, or all the things I've been using. I got the Heaps of Experience packed, which is pretty damn nice. I also got, the Strategy packed right here. Not as great, though. Manania packed, I think it's, Symbiote right there. Heaps. So many heaps of experience. And I did get the 6666 pack, for those that were wondering about it. I got lucky on it. It got used and abused for everyone that could use it. I got Furious pack. This is the one I was thinking about, because it says... I actually had to look into it, and yes, deducted is incorrect. 50% of the character's charm will be added to attack, defense, hit, and avoid. Because it was 2 characters, though, I sort of chose to not use it. Even if it might have some pretty good, and like, actually, okay, yeah, it might have some pretty good spells on it too, for all I know. I just chose not to. The Great Sage track I didn't really go into. Baba's pact is still kind of eh. I also got Moonlight's pact, and I never found a way to use the Dirge pact because I kind of wanted to. But that's the story of that. When I was grinding it though, I had to level up these packs. They were so expensive to use. So my solution to that was, funny enough, to have to fight some higher enemies. I was already in normal mode, so I said, let's gamble a bit. I remember finding the Reaper and it being that little, like, almost Humpty Dumpty on a unicycle thing. So I thought I could try and find that. And lucky enough, the first 2 times I fought the Reaper enemy style thing, it was him. So that was just fucking good. So that was just really a bit of a blessing. The thing is, though, after a while, the Reaper started coming in normally. And that's where I had to fight him. Because I didn't want to run away. I was kind of like, I'm gonna take my losses and see if I can do it. And that's why everyone is Vanguard here. So we have an attack boost, and we sort of farmed the Reaper. Because the Reaper pretty much gave me a Coven level per encounter. Only like at the last 3 did it take more than that. And that is kind of also where another situation happens. The game's gonna mute itself here. Because when I was grinding, eventually we found this. I was sort of just going, I guess I'll die then. I did not know what are the odds of this happening, but just sort of, hey look, 5 Reapers. And yes, I did try to fight it actually, because that was stupid. And yes, I died to it. Rapidly. Holy shit, that was an unfair fight. What are they? They are all Reapers. And also, I learned that the Reaper will only give you a rock if you beat it. Dumpty Dumpty thing can give you something else, possibly, but the Reaper kind of always gave me a rock. Not only that, the Reaper, as far as I observed, has 2 moves. One is a, you're dead. The second is a, charge, you're all dead. It will always act first. I've never been able to outspeed it. It will always hit. Ish. It's strange, because it will always act first, and it's just like, this person died, they're unable to fight. But sometimes, only in the AoE version, did I ever see it miss. But it was very inconsistent. Mai has never dodged it. Never. So I feel like it's not tied to avoid at all. But funny enough, also the people that dodged it were arranged between Despair and Fortunate. So I'm not exactly sure what made sure that they actually sort of did. No, Angelo, no. It was, you are dead. It was a set status to dead, like, sort of spell. It was no deal flat HP. It's like, no, they're dead. So Angelo, you never survived his attacks. You actually are someone who never dodged it, and was, whenever targeted, you died. It was kind of that thing. So I decided to try and invest into these things. That's why you notice some of them are 99, while other ones right here are kind of still going on it. Because it takes a bit. I didn't have someone for that one? Oh well. I started to invest a little bit more into these things because the people pointed out, or as I saw for the these packs, they give you a lot of stuff. 75% chance to heal, 30% HP, like more attack and stuff like that. They aren't exactly equipped, but there are at least some small little stat bumps to get what we want. As for the store on the Mezzalooka packs, I kind of wanted a new thing. And also, I started looking at these things. This thing is technically more stronger than all my other ones, and Mud status is the one that we're using right now to farm kill the bugs, so I figured, hey, let's go for that. Delayed healing I have yet to actually use, so for all I know, it might actually be delayed. Obfuscate, never used. The flame counter, no, I died before I got a flame counter. Like, I acted way too late. Marsh straight escape. I did actually use this against the Reaper, and it does work. And then this. I used it a grand total of 4 times. I don't know what it does. I feel like it's a random chance for a random spell, but we'll figure it out sooner or later. But the main draw of it is this thing. Jesus fucking Christ, this thing. This has saved our mages so much just because of the sort of absorbed damage dealt. We can keep up with them. And with that, we kind of are ready. Equal similar to the rest of the party in a dragon. Yours is now kind of similar to the rest of the party. The rest of the party has to sort of catch up to a sort of thing. Thinking the Pokemon Metronome? I don't know. I'm thinking it is. So with that, we go in. As you can see, here's a 97k and a 98k. This one was so that way I can try and farm something. I forget what. How's it going, Dragon Jack? Welcome to the stream. And this one is actually the main story for the next one. Because as I was grinding around and going, because I already sort of went past what the story was intended for me, and I had to put in save spots, I did this. As you can see, I walked far and wide. I already explored this dungeon, or this part of it. I found fucking nothing. That was good. I still didn't find all of the, what's it called? Shit, what was it? I couldn't find all of the pumpkin caterpillar things that the game asked me for, and I just sort of had to suffer for it. I don't know where the fuck to get them. They've showed up apparently every now and then. I have 6 of them. I don't have 8, which is required, so I'm waiting on that. But now, with everything as generally done as I can make it, with the only thing really being this. For Dunham Defense. What is the next antechamber? An enormous pulsating black mass appears in the sky above the shattered ceiling.
Look, that dark residue is one of Velcrovana's silent avatars. Damn, what's it doing here? Velcrovana must know what we're up to. Don't be careless, Trakti. That thing's just as strong as the hatched Velcrovana you defeated in the past. It single-handedly destroyed half of the world in its rampage. It's incredibly dangerous. But we can't just ignore it. Together we can defeat it. Maybe. No. What are you doing, Mezaluka? Why are you acting so weak? Show that thing who's boss.
The black mass slowly begins to descend.
Don't worry. You'll be fine. Now let's do it.
So it is a boss, alright.
Stop resisting!
Jesus, fuck! It's got some weapons on it at least. Maybe I can drop some of that? Alright, so showing off the damage that thing... Oh wait, actually... Okay, it has no other body parts, just sort of attack the head way up there. Mezaluka 3730. Everyone hit it, and with the tanks hopefully guarding us.
Better than nothing.
I grinded quite a bit, but I'm not sure if it's enough. This is my first real test at it.
We'll do it together. Here!
Huh?
Audacity. Got it! I'll go too!
Yep, that's her. Hitting 500 through guard, or to the tank. That's actually very terrifying. Weakened by evil thoughts? Alright.
The most beautiful formation.
Bit more defense now.
Yes!
Coming!
Huh?
All right!
What's my karma? Don't know yet. I'll have to check in a second.
How's this?
Stop weakening me.
Power!
At least we're still hitting like a truck
You
with that
shit.
spell. Thankfully, I could do that quite a bit too.
Is this my spot? Here we go!
Yes! Take that!
Coming! Dash.
Hold it!
Poison. Nice.
Donum power!
Can't move because of poison. That's good. But he did. He is charging on something. So to risk it for the biscuit or no? Sure. Let's hope.
This is a
Risk it for the
fine
biscuits.
formation. Yeah, here. Go, Dash.
Oh God!
Damn! There!
That was less damage than I thought it would be. When the poison is dealing 19k, I am actually kind of amazed. Maybe I should do the delayed healing for all I know. Use the offensive reinforcements, but my reinforcements might get drained. Shouldn't it be 2? It's 50% chance that you'll double attack. That's it.
A good formation.
Oh wait, I accidentally pressed triangle. Fuck!
There!
Right behind you.
Accidentally had them attack and I pressed all out attack. That right there, use items. You attack, you attack. You use an item for me, please. Jitterbug on her to get her back up. You guys don't have actually much right there aside from these reflective things. So I guess just attack again, and hopefully it all works out.
Oh, this is good. Take 2. Action.
Shit, take that!
Coming! I'll go too!
There!
Gore hit, nice, and that might be... Oh, he guarded, fuck.
You shit!
Though the poison got him. That wasn't too bad at all.
On to the next one.
Naturally.
I become even.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Bunch of mana.
We did it, Trakti! Of course. It all makes sense now. If a powerful avatar of Velkarana is guarding a room, then the room must be an antechamber. We can do it, Trakti. Connecting the antechambers will surely lead to Velkarana's heart. Damn. Why didn't I realize it sooner? Then again, I didn't really have time to notice. Not with everyone dying around me. And even if I had, we still would have needed you to connect all the antechambers in the first place.
At that moment, a shadow rises from the floor and begins to materialize into a human form.
Is that you, Mesaluka?
Zoro?
You're alive, Mesaluka. I'm so relieved.
Yeah, but I've been preoccupied with a few things. And Spina, she...
Spina's gone, huh? I see. How unfortunate. I also come bearing bad news. I'm all but certain that number 4 has killed Fran and Naja.
Fran and Naja?
Yes. I also haven't been able to make contact with Harkin, Nazca, or Labyrinth. I can't imagine them being defeated so easily, but a peculiar scent is in the air as of late. It does not sit well with me. Furthermore, the interior structure of the labyrinth has changed since our last assault.
Yeah.
In actuality, after we activated the first antechamber, the stairways connecting each world have vanished. Is it changing every time?
The Dronya poppets on the surface have begun to return to Velkuvrana. Our past assaults never provoked such a response. Why is this happening now? By the way, what happened to your Funa poppets?
They're probably making their way to the heart on their own. Or maybe they're looking for the other antechambers like I am.
Probably? Maybe?
I don't actually know where they are. My connection to them was severed the moment they entered the labyrinth. On the surface, I encountered Bomb, another avatar of Velkarana. I barely escaped his attempt to seal me in another dimension.
Bomb is still alive? Indeed, he is a troubling adversary. Hmm? What's that pendant you're wearing?
This? Nothing gets past you, Zoro. This is the chosen one.
Then, Operation Conquer was a success?
Mesaluka explains everything to Zorok.
I understand now. Well done, Mesaluka. It's simply a matter of connecting these keystone antechambers to each other. In that case, we should search for Nazca. With her clairvoyance, we'll easily find the other antechambers. Also, it might be wise to avoid the lower recesses of the labyrinth. It's crawling with Dronya poppets.
There must be an antechamber there. Let's go together, Zoro.
No, you don't need my help. Not if you have your brigade.
But, Zorok, we'll be safer if we stick together.
You always thought Spina was the strongest of us. Perhaps you were underestimating my power as the Shadow Witch. Besides, I work best alone. No other witch is as skilled in assassination. Have you forgotten that I'm the only one who has killed a Dronya poppet by herself?
No, I haven't, but...
I'm not ready to give up my search for the heart. As long as one of us finds it, we'll gain the upper hand.
But if Newton's prophecy is correct, then...
Just do what I say, Mesaluka. This assault is our last chance. For the sake of the Fallen, we cannot afford to fail right now. But thanks to their sacrifice, I think we're finally starting to see a glimmer of hope. Now go! I have faith that your Operation Conquer will be a smashing success. And if anyone's going to avenge Neldo, it's going to be me.
Huh?
Never mind. It's nothing. Now go!
Status of the 8th grade witches. Mesaluka and Zonk alive, continuing their separate search from one another. Separate from one another. That. Spina, Fran, and Naja deceased. Harkenrail, Nazca, and Labeline status unknown. While Zarok searches for Volkovdana's heart, Mesaluka resumes her search for the next antechamber. Going back. But that we don't have to really go to this area again.
Naturally!
I become... Yes, of course.
New petition? Probably for the spoilers list, yeah, it is. Alright, let's save up. New save. Maybe the last one for all I know. And also, because you asked Hatch and Flay for the, how much or what our karma is right now, we are, oh shit, at 99 karma. I did not know that. Alright, let's go find a Baba to blame it all on. 1 second. Baba, save me! Let's save again, now that we have 0 karma, for all I know. And that might stay this time. We need to go to the 5th floor, I guess.